Welcome to day 118 of the 300 movie challenge. Today we watched the highest grossing film of March 2004, which was Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed.
You can tell we were excited.
Yeah.
And right after we saw Jesus, we needed him again.
Because now we saw Satan.
Yep.
And Satan is an
Satan Unleashed.
ugly dog. Not quite Grinch levels of ugly,
No.
but
No.
Still cringe.
I don't understand why you see like actual dogs, but then they made him CGI.
I have no idea.
I think it would almost have been funnier if they tried to like babe it.
Yeah.
Even if it like wasn't very good, I think it would have been better. Like at least because like, I feel like that would have been
At
kind
least
of
it would be charming.
yeah, it'd be
Yeah.
funnier because like they're trying to make it something that obviously doesn't work. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah. As someone who grew up watching the cartoons and loved the cartoons, this was a horrible, horrible.
Misrepresentation.
Because I watched it on Boomerang and everything, and so I watched like the original ones, and then like the cartoons were all fine.
Yeah, even like the not so good ones I thought were at least pretty entertaining when I was a child.
Yeah.
I mean, I like didn't really watch it. I remembered like kind of just thinking it was like kind of dumb, but like I didn't dislike it. I just was like, yeah, whatever, you know. So it wasn't my thing, but I know it was for a lot of people and that kind of stuff. So you know, it's harmless, right? Even if you don't like it, it's harmless, right?
Yeah,
As a show.
it's just the live action versions were just cash grabs because unfortunately I saw the first one in
Yeah, I
theaters.
also saw the first one in theaters because
It was like psychologically damaging.
I was so angry as like a child. I was like, this is not Scooby-Doo.
No, because that's the thing. The tone in this is like way off
Yeah.
than like what
Yeah.
it's supposed to be.
Scooby-Doo's supposed to be like slapstick and kind of comedic and everything. It's not really supposed to take itself seriously at some points.
At some
No.
points, yes, but no, I don't even think it's that. It's more so like it's like they're trying too hard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's because like,
And then they
it's
added
just-
other storylines into it because
Yeah.
usually it would just be concentrating on the mystery and what shenanigans go on with the mystery. But instead they were like, oh, everyone's gonna have an existential crisis now.
And then Velma's gonna have a love interest that
Ugh.
doesn't make any sense.
No, and
No.
it's irrelevant to everything else if you think about it.
Yeah.
And also, it makes her turn into Sarah Palin.
Oh my god. Yeah, she talks like Sarah Palin, and then when she got the makeover, Valen was just like, she is Sarah Palin.
It's weird. It's
Sarah
kind of
Palin's
sad.
doppelganger.
It's sad that the supposed smart one looks like Sarah Palin.
Yeah. Well, all of them were supposed to be. We're not actually sure what age they were supposed to represent, but
They definitely looked older than what they were supposed to be.
I mean,
Yeah.
I read the looked up the actors' ages at the time, and like Velma, Fred, and Daphne are all in like their late 20s, but Shaggy's actor was like 33. And I'm like, that's weird. Like, I don't know. It just doesn't look like. If anything, he looks younger than the others.
He definitely looks the
Yeah.
youngest.
So I don't
And
know
then-
how they do that. Actually, if anything, like probably the one I dislike the least is Shaggy. Because I
Yeah.
feel like he actually kind of fits his character decently well.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, Fred's like a douchebag for, like, no reason. Daphne's like, I don't even know.
She's inconsistent.
She's
I
super
think that's-
inconsistent. And then Velma's like, again, the love interest thing, which is stupid.
Yeah.
So,
it kind of. And even when she was like, how her character is supposedly supposed to be like and everything, they made her out to be just like a walking. Like, we couldn't understand her speech in some points.
Yeah, and I was just like, what is she saying? She was saying something about like, different parts of speech and like
Right.
sentences, and these two asked me what she was talking about, and I was like, I honestly don't know.
And it's just like in the TV shows, she's the intelligent one, but she didn't have to go through this like jargon
She
to
didn't have to
portray
like,
that or
yeah,
anything.
like prove
Yeah.
she's intelligent every waking
Yeah.
minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's the thing, like, well, I see this from my angle, is that I, for example, when there's a lot of, like, science fiction movies and they talk about, you know, they have, like, the science jargon, right, in their movies,
Yeah.
I could usually figure out what they're saying, and I can say, okay, is this legitimate or is it bullshit, right? And I've
Right.
actually been surprised that, at least in terms of the words that they use and the way that they're using it, a lot of movies are fairly legitimate. Some of them are
Oh.
complete bullshit, like Armageddon, but, you know...
Yeah.
There's others that I'm like, even if it's a bad movie or whatever, I'm still like, oh, that's actually not wrong. But yeah, for this, I was like, and again, I was like, I don't know. so yeah, it's.
On another side note, their color coordinating on their outfits thing was atrocious. Like I know that they were trying to do like the color palettes of the characters, but you can do that in a way where it's not like horrible on the eyes.
Yeah, like,
And-
okay,
wait,
so
and with-
Daphne's...
Yeah, because I was actually about to ask about Daphne, because like she wasn't like pink, right?
No,
No.
she was purple.
Yeah.
She's purple.
I'm like, wait a minute, why is she like
That's
pink?
Like the one, I think the last Scooby-Doo thing that I watched, it actually took place. It had them be in the modern, like, well, modern quote unquote. It was like early 2000s and everything, and they changed their clothes, but they made it practical and they didn't make it like. And while they still had their colors, it looked pleasing at least and everything.
They don't look like they're just straight out of the 80s fashion
Yeah.
disasters.
Like, man, I don't know if you ever. Do you remember the movie where they went into the video game
Oh, yeah, yeah. I
and they
watched part
met
of
their
that.
past selves, and you could
Mhm.
actually see like the differences in the clothes? They actually made that a
They
joke.
actually, yeah, right. They made fun of that.
Yeah. And it's just like in this though, it's just like, why do they all look like Daphne? Looked like she was from the 70s or something.
Yeah.
Oh, and speaking of 70s, we get 2 dance sequences in this movie.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I mentioned before, I don't remember what movie it was, where, like, bad rom-coms keep having these freaking dance sequences. Actually, I think that was, what's it, Along Came Polly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
But
yeah.
then I was like, wait, no, it's not just rom-coms, just comedies in general. Because, like, this movie did it too, and it's, like, twice, and it's like, what the fuck, why?
I don't know why they're
It's a waste.
doing that.
Well, the only thing I can think of is that, again, this movie was 93 minutes. And so maybe they literally, like, didn't have enough to fill in 90 minutes. They were like, shit, what do we do? 'Cause,
Filler.
Yeah, it's just, it's so...
There were Scooby-Doo movies that stayed more on point than this.
Yeah. I mean, it's not atrociously bad,
No,
but
but
it's
No.
pretty bad.
Yeah.
it is definitely not.
There's no reason to watch this, even because, again, like, I had no connection with the show. I didn't like it. You guys have a connection with the show. You don't like it, right? There's nowhere, there's nothing
There's
here.
nothing to gain.
Yeah.
No.
So it's just like, why?
Why put yourself through this?
The only thing that I could say, okay, there's 2 things I could say, well, good, but one of them is more like they didn't do a bad thing. The bad thing they didn't do, which I thought they were going to do at first, was one of that, like, you know, misunderstanding, so the team gets mad, and then they split apart, and then they have to realize that,
Oh,
oh,
yeah,
their
that's
friendship's
true.
more important, and they come back together. So I'm like,
That's
oh,
kind of
thanks.
what happened to the first
No, see,
live
that's what I was
action.
thinking. I was like, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. Actually, I kind of know the first movie, like, plot a bit. So I'm like, I think it actually happened in the first movie. But they still could have done it again here. So
Yeah.
at least they didn't. I was like, okay, thank you. But the other thing that's actually decent is, like, the set design is actually
Yeah.
kind
Oh,
of good
yeah.
in terms of, like, kind of getting that cartoony look in with it. So that's actually
That's
that's actually decent, but the problem is, like, you don't really see it that much.
No.
And then the
And-
people don't really fit.
Yeah, the people
No.
don't fit, and again, Scooby-Doo doesn't fit. And, okay, and the effects in general, not just Scooby-Doo, the effects in general are pretty bad. Like,
Yeah.
especially
Yeah.
considering,
It's like we're back in the 90s again with them.
yeah, it's like 3 months earlier we got Return of the King. And I know obviously those are different levels, but like still, right? It's nowhere near, I mean, it's not like Time Cop bad, but it's pretty bad.
It's pretty bad for, like, 2004.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
it's just... And again, those are not, like, good things. Again, the first thing is just you didn't do a terrible thing. And then the second thing is like, oh yeah, it's decent, right? And it's,
Yeah,
it's a
didn't
pretty
have, like,
minor
amazing.
thing. It's a pretty minor thing anyway, right?
Yeah.
And, like, yeah, the effects suck. The soundtrack's really annoying. It's just, like, it's
yeah.
repetitive, and it's, they keep playing
Weird.
the same kind of shit. And they keep, like, playing, like, the theme song, like, over and over again. In, like,
Like,
little
Like
kept
tiny
different
pieces.
people
interrupting
singing it.
Yeah.
It kept interrupting the theme song and then replaying it, like, over again, and I was like,
Stop.
but you have other songs if you wanted to do a chase scene instead of this song?
Yeah. I don't know. Oh no, man. Man.
At least we're not in 2003.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I want to compare this to my 2003 movies and see where it fits with those. I don't think it's halfway, but it's below the halfway mark, but not by much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not by much. I'd say there's...
It's sad that Scary Movie 3 is actually probably above it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think it is, yeah.
Yeah, it is. I'm trying to think.
Actually, we were talking about that the other day, like, how Tara had left a funeral and then she came back to the exploding body.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'd say that's... Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying... I can't think right now.
I give up.
I
I
give
don't
up.
think there is anything really else to say.
No, not really.
Just skip it. Underwhelming, not worth your time.
Yeah.
I don't think they came out with a third one, right?
When I was looking, there was, like... I think there's some direct-to-DVD stuff they did.
Oh,
But
Why?
because they can. And this still made a profit.
I mean, evidently.
So... whatever.
How unfortunate.
Next up, I legitimately don't remember.
I don't remember either.
And I closed I closed the thing. So, I mean, I guess hold on. Wait, it's oh, that movie.
Oh, great.
What
Didn't you
was
say
in-
that one would be, like, kind of gory or something?
Yeah.
Oh no. Well, at least we can insert that one song. That one pop song. You know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'll
We'll
tell you
tell you
afterwards.
afterwards.
Okay.
It would give away the next movie.
Oh. I get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's by...
I
the
got
song
it.
is-
I got it.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. I was like, what the fuck? Pop song talks about something really violent. And I'm like, oh. Okay, I got
No,
it
it's
now.
with the title.
Yes, I got it. Okay. And we need to stop. Stop.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Okay, bye!
Oh my god.